Mm-hmm. Boom. So we're good right there. We're good right here. Yeah, see, it's picking up even over here.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Are you gonna be sipping on camera or?
Yeah, I got my beer.
Oh, okay, for sure.
What do you think this is, man? Yeah, you can see.
Oh, the 805 Cerveza. Sorry.
Yeah, bro. I'm actually a pretty big fan of it, actually, myself. And then we got the camera right here. We got that right here. Quiet on the set! It is Harmon Warhol bringing you another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back strong with none other with a special guest. Not only is he he's a GQ Man of the Year. He's a sex symbol. He's a MMA fighter. And one hell of a rapper, KLOUD9TRIZZY. What is poppin', bro? What's good?
Nah, I'm just, hey,
happy birthday,
salute.
a.k.a. the birthday boy, a.k.a. the birthday boy.
I keep forgetting, man. I don't really celebrate my birthdays every year. I really don't. Like, I keep it light. Like, if you want me to be honest, if the only time I am celebrating my birthday is because my boy's birthday is the day before mine. Okay. So he has his party, and I just be like, oh yeah, let's have our joint party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really don't do too much for mine. I like celebrating other people's birthday, like in person. Like, it's kind of almost like me a dick move because like on people's birthday, I make it a point not to hit them up. No, but not hit them up. No, I make sure to make it a point to not hit them up on social media because I don't like to make it.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
So I either DM you or I'll text.
Make it personal.
If I have your number, I'll text message you and I'll sing you happy birthday.
Right.
So in that case, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear KLOUD9TRIZZY.
This boy really singing right now.
Happy birthday to you. Hey, all love, bro. Yeah, that's what I do to everybody. Send them.
I feel that. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Not everyone, just the people I have your number.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. So what you guys do for your birthday?
I mean, I'm just gonna chill with the family today. You know, the COVID situation and everything. It makes it way too difficult.
We're 6 feet apart. I checked his temperature and gave him hand sanitizer.
Hey, for real, did he have the whole protocol?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. My dad fucking made me, and we checked him out. He's good, and everything's fine. So, hey, and we're 6 feet. If you don't think our heads right now are 6 feet apart, I think that's got close enough, bro. But anyway, so what's your? Do you want to say your real name, or you don't even care?
Yeah, I mean.
But anyway, bro, yeah, so you changed your name from Rob the Talented. And we actually did a song together, which is crazy, on Darian
Fields. Right, on Darian Fields,
yeah. So, but you changed your name from Rob the Talented. Yeah. So what made you change your name and release this new music recently?
I think, to be honest, it just felt like KLOUD9TRIZZY was, for one, I was thinking about just renaming myself anyway. Mm-hmm. The original one just had too many memories stuck to it, if you want me to be honest. And it was just one of those things where I just felt like I couldn't evolve under that name. Like, I needed a new, fresh start, and I feel like it started with the name first to make me truly believe that, you know, it's real, like, trying to restart.
How long you been rapping?
I've been rapping since 14. So, like, technically, like, since the pad hit the pen, since 14, but really, like, taking it serious, I'd say, like, 18. Like, out of high school, I was not thinking about college. I was solely on, like, I'm going to be a rapper for sure.
You weren't doing, like, any sports or activities or whatever?
I played football. I played basketball.
No, but
yeah, I'm tired. I got that got to me at a young age. You know, I was playing that sport at a young age. But no, I was playing football. You know, I got a couple of scholarships, but to be honest, I just checked it all off, bro. I just had that mentality.
Was it just like you just didn't want to go to college?
Yeah, no, it wasn't even that. It was more of like I had lost my passion for football.
Yeah.
And it just never actually amounted to the level of passion I had for rap. You know what I'm saying? When you catch yourself passing a notebook with the homies in the class, spend like writing bars instead of paying attention to lectures and stuff, like you have a different mentality, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of had a similar situation playing baseball, and I actually played baseball in college. And that's kind of like why my music thing, I never thought it would happen. And I thought what my goal was, like, I wanted to be a professional baseball player,
right?
At least for like 4 years, get some money, and then come back to my hometown and like do baseball shit or coach or get some regular job. But I had some money, and then like I'll just give it to the homies. I'd be like Suge Knight, you know what I'm saying? Like
some super dream story.
Yeah. And then I came back, gave the homies the bag, and they just went off with it and took it and duplicated my money, you know what I mean? And like. You know what I mean?
Become the hood pin.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like it didn't happen that way. Now I'm like the talent. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you because actually after I was done playing baseball, like I just hit the ground running. Just like by 6 months, I started performing in front of people for the first time. You know what I mean? So I was just like,
that's crazy.
So so I kind of feel you on that because like even my coach one time, because I was releasing music while I was playing because I was bored as fuck. I'm in the fucking middle of Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Damn. Yeah. Where'd you say you play at?
In Indiana. I played it, IUS. I was from Bear Creek.
Yeah.
So I was in the middle. So like the thing is, sometimes I wouldn't come back here for holidays or breaks or whatever. I'd stay out there. And like if you do a summer out there, and I'm just living in the dorms, that's like 3 months. So I start picking up rapping, meeting some of the guys who stay back or they come back every other weekend or whatever, just for the fuck of it. Let me use your laptop.
Yeah.
Let me get that laptop. You got the fucking little headphones with the microphone on them, and you rapping on them. You know what I'm talking about?
Some kind of your garage band, some kind of startup system, and you can just press
I put out a couple of songs during like off season and shit, and the coach one time he heard it, and I didn't think nothing of it. I really didn't think no one's gonna listen to it.
Right.
My coach listened to it, and everyone was all saying like, you know, we're in the middle of the practice, and like, nigga, you smell like shit. You smell like da da da. And then I was like making a joke, nigga, you smell like da da da. And then my coach goes, you smell like a rapper. And then like everybody was like, oh shit, you watched your video, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We heard your song, nigga. And I was just like, damn. And the thing is, it hurt me because, like, as much as I didn't want to be around, I was just doing it for the fuck of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, was that kind of feeling in high school for you? Like,
you know what? It's funny that you bring that up because it definitely was. Because I'm not going to lie. My football coach was the same way when he caught it, like, right?
Nigga, it's this, nigga.
But not bigger than that. He real life became a critique too. He was like, yeah, that was cool, but your next one need to go harder. I'm like, this nigga, you know, the same way he motivated me on the field, he understood it. He was like, oh no, this is where you
realistic.
Right.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
As
like
a kid, you're kind of like, no, I can still go to the league.
Right. He like, he seen it. He was like, nah, this is what he do. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna play football. I just know this kid is what he gonna do. Yeah. So he translated that same energy, and it was the same thing all over again. Like, man, I thought I got out of practice. Now he texting me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, texting me like, nah, hey, you know what I'm saying? That next one need to go hard. I'm like, damn, but it lit that fire for sure.
That's crazy. That's what's up. Yeah, so that's cool, bro. So you've been doing it and so you've been rather talented from then till now.
Yeah, well, not technically. I was Big Rob before that.
I'm kind of big. 6'1".
I mean, I'm 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? I be trying not to tell people so that way they can speculate.
I'm not even trying to be like a dick, bro, or anything, bro. I be sizing people up, just like sizing them up. I don't even know. I'm not even trying to be like, I'm like, oh, if I would take you or whatever, and which I'm about to bring up here in a second. But I was like, damn, because like I see your pictures and shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga a stout nigga. You know? Everybody who knows me, they know my dad did bodybuilding and shit. So I don't think it's gay to look at a certain person's stature and shit, and then just as a man too, you'll look somebody up or judge them or whatever and shit. So like, you know what I mean? So like I kind of look at that shit because I even look at myself. You know what I mean? I'm like like for my being little, I'm kind of big.
Right.
So I know anybody usually my size, you know what I mean? They're either hella fat or hella skinny. Anyone my height is usually hella fat or hella skinny.
I feel you.
And I'm like, I'm kind of like, you know.
Nah, just fit. Yeah.
Fit, whatever. I look at you, I'm like, damn, this nigga's a little taller. Maybe be even a little bit more fit. I'm like, this nigga here, bro. I'm like, damn, bro.
Nah,
it's like, it's almost like.
You want me to keep it one? If you go talk to anybody who went to school with me since I was yay high, they'd be like, this nigga had them muscles for forever.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, makes me feel a little better. You know what I mean? Because
I ain't gonna. I be trying to tell people, I really do. I put in my work. Like, I really lift. I really go run. But am I gonna sit here and say that in a month if I just eat cheeseburgers, am I really gonna lose it? I'm like, genetics really hold on,
That's kind
bro.
of like with me too. Like, actually, if anything, if I stop working out, I don't get fatter. I start getting smaller. I lose weight.
Bro. Okay, I'm glad we having this conversation because I try to tell people and they not listening.
I think I'll get fat eventually after the muscle would go, because like people would start saying like, bro, are you all right? Because like so pretty much like after I got done playing baseball, I was just working a job and just chilling, and like I didn't go to the gym for like 3 to 6 months or whatever, and literally people by 3 to 6 months, people were like, "Are you okay? Like you're because like I was like skinny. It wasn't because I was getting fat. They're like, you're losing muscle. You're like, you seem skinny.
Right.
And then I'm like, but the thing is, I started looking in the mirror after I take a shirt off. I'm like, damn, I'm getting a little bit of a belly. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's how I get fat. I gotta lose the once I lose the muscle first, then you start getting the fat on. I guess that's what your butt. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's cool that you know that. It's different because I'm like, I start losing weight, but then I'm like, I probably will start gaining weight because like all that fat will start coming building on me. But that ain't never gonna happen. At least till I'm 50, ladies. So get your shit together. I'm always throwing shit at women, and I should stop because it's women's time and they run the world, and I agree. But get your shit together. He has nothing to do with my statements or anything. So anyway, I'm bringing up fitness and everything. Did you do any fighting or you just train?
Nah, I just train. I mean,
I'm into that shit. I'm a big MMA fan. I have done any training or anything except bullshitting and a couple sparring and everything. But I think here, I don't know if you see my vision board up there, but like I want to get into a gym. I want to get into a gym here soon. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? I want to start actually, even if I never do any actually real fight, which I think I would want to do eventually, at least one time for the one time. But lifelong time, I would want to like train. You know what I feel you. Like, how do you feel about that shit?
I mean, I was going to actually give you a couple suggestions on like where you could go train, but I mean, with COVID and everything,
I would I'm scared of.
I would tell people to halt on that for a minute. Unless you're professional and you really fighting for that check, then I feel bad for him because it's rough for him right now. Yeah. But I was just training, and I mean, I wanted to eventually get some amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, you know, I went out there, you know, I had an amateur career or whatever, right?
I've done some real fights a couple of times. Right. So I don't think I'll do that great, but I think I'll do all right.
Right. I feel you.
I want to see. You know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm like, all right, I sit my ass down. All right, at least I learned that.
And that's mainly what it is, because it's like, you know, you're going in there with another man, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the man, it's you punking yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you scared to get in? No, you're not scared to get in there. I just always felt like I'm not scared to get in there, but I'm not gonna lie, like, you have to train. Like, if you think you're just gonna get in there and be good, it's not gonna happen, so you really gotta train. So for me, it was just like, I mean, I was training and I was getting lightweight cool. You know, wrestling was looking a little bit better and everything, but I just got taking too many. And I mean, I was prideful. I was in there sparring with no headgear, and I'm getting caught, and I'm like, nah, it's good. I was getting dropped a couple times.
After I saw Joe Rogan wear headgear, I'm like, I have no, because I was like, that's the only thing that's going to stop me from wrestling or doing jiu-jitsu. After I saw someone like Joe Rogan be like, nah, bro, I wear headgear. Like, Jorge Masvidal wears headgear. I'm like, okay, bro, you know what? Fuck all these other guys who want to get cauliflower, because I didn't want to be a bitch wearing headgear. I go, whenever this shit opens up, I'm fucking doing jiu-jitsu. I'm wearing fucking headgear. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm like, bro, fuck you. I'm trying to do music too, and now I can't listen to fucking headphones.
Okay, that's what
dumbass wants to fucking rub ears with each other. Right. I was like, bro, that's literally stopped me. I'm like, bro, you get cauliflower here. And then I'm like, oh, wait. Joe Rogan gets a little bit, like you see some people, no matter what, you're going to get a little bit, and that's cool. If I can't put an AirPod in my ear, we got a problem.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
And I'm not that problem.
That's where it came down to too. Yeah. It was like there's a couple times where I got caught, and I was like, damn, I bring my nose, and I was just like, and my coach is looking at me. I'm like, damn, maybe this isn't the environment I need to be in right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, I still have, you know, trying to hold some type of image, rapping and everything. You can't go in there with black eyes and swollen lips.
I don't give a fuck about that. I know, and I feel you on that. My nose would be, because like that's gonna fuck up how I talk, how I rap,
exactly,
how I breathe if
For
I try
real.
to perform. I got a big ass nose.
I'm paying for it right now, to be honest. I had broke my nose twice before even training.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was already scared like of it. So like when it got touched a couple of times, I was like, nah, I can't risk somebody giving me that nice hook that puts it over to that lever. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe that'd be the thing, like that makes you fire. Like maybe your voice, but you got a cool. Like, let's go back into the rapping now. But hey, you got a cool, unique voice and distinct voice.
Bro,
and not only that, you have a distinct voice, but you even switch it up though. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah.
Like, I mean, even and then you got flow. You kind of try to get a flow to certain things and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So is that natural for you?
Yeah, and I mean, it's a little bit of natural with intention, because I always felt like when I was growing up, what it meant to be a rapper was to try to be the best. You know, now that narrative has changed nowadays.
That's how I feel.
But exactly, right? So for me, I always just thought like versatility incarnate with like dominates. You know what I'm saying? Like
if Busta Rhymes new album.
Right. I mean, I haven't listened to it, but I mean, if you're saying that, like, I'm gonna go check it out.
Type, like, you know, like I'm not even trying to hate, and I'll put people's name out there.
Right.
Like Janae Aiko and Ty Dolla $ign. Phenomenal albums. I love Janae Aiko. Got nominated for a Grammy. A lot of her songs, if you even listen to it all in one play, I think she maybe even did it on purpose. A lot of the songs sound the same.
Yeah.
The content of it and the melodies and stuff different. You know.
Right.
The actual beats almost, like she almost made it purposely to create a vibe. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of artists do that. But like with you, like when you say versatility, it's like, hey, I'm gonna have this fast fucking song.
Yeah,
content.
exactly.
I'm gonna have this slow song, and you even change your cadence and your flow. You can you know what I mean, and that's what I'm bringing up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I just well, that's one thing too. I feel like every song, every time I hear a beat and I'm writing, it's telling me a story. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I'm not coming up with the melodies. That's how I look at it. It's the song telling me, no, this is the melody. Every song has a certain wavelength. When I hear it, I'm like, no, you have to deliver this way. That's just how I'm bred.
Yeah.
So like knowing all of that, like I said, it just takes me back to like versatility incarnate, man. Just wanting to be able to, and like you're explaining how they're creating those vibes, I always felt like it was masterful to create a vibe that took form in different, it's different shape, different, different tempos, different, so I think maybe that has a lot to do with it. I always just thought that whoever had the dopest album had songs that can go in couple of different genres, and it came together.
Actually, to tell you the truth, when I'm younger, I was like that, and now, like, I'm older, I'm like, damn, I want the short project that sounds all the same, and then, like, just give me that, like, little bit of, like, it's almost like a long. That's what I just do now.
I feel you.
If you heard my new shit that I put out, like it's kind of like I'm creating a vibe for like a very short time, and hey, give it or take it. You're gonna like it or not.
I feel
like
that.
The thing is, I'm having the different. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna try to do both. Like just bringing it up to I don't know why I always do this because I'm a narcissist. But anyway, what I try to do is like now that instead of trying to make songs with a little bit of everything,
right?
I would go one song mainstream, one style I have is mainstream, and we make it simple, spoon feed these niggas, try to talk whatever, and then the other style I have is like what I would want to buy and listen to. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I don't think about anybody else when I'm making it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah. So like. Which is that, like that, when I was younger, Ludacris was real big for me. You know what I'm saying?
One of my top influencers.
Would you say Ludacris is one of the most versatile
of all time?
All time. Like, every time you hear an album, this nigga got slow shit, fast shit, fucking hood shit.
I was slapping Red Light District the other day. Yeah, still go. Still go.
What up, It's a red light district, bro. Ludacris is my shit, bro. I used to fucking rap some of this shit to try and pull girls, bro. Like in middle school, bro.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so versatility was like a high big thing. It just depends on the rapper with me, because like think about Travis Scott. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking shit. I think Travis Scott's one of my favorite artists of all time.
Me too.
I mean? He's probably I could say definitely top 25, top 10. I'm like I don't know. I got some hitters, but top 25 like. Definitely,
right?
Because he creates a vibe. You know, some of the beats are different, and you can definitely, but they got the kind of the same vibe.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
there's not too much versatility. He's not fucking flipping crazy rap styles and shit.
Right.
It's kind of got the same auto-tune melody shit, but I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Feel you on that.
So I don't really, as much as I love his shit, I wouldn't put it up there high as far as rapping ability, but I give it a lot of credit because it's creating a vibe and I'm able to enjoy it and listen to. Where I'm like saying with you and like what we were thinking about versatility, it does kind of give you more of like a heightened sense of like being a better person because you're like, oh shit, what can he not do? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think as far as someone who has a pen, it's kind of, you know, that's a high standard.
And it really does matter how you put the projects together too, because you can't just put a project together with like, just because it has different sounds, like, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean it's gonna mesh all together. So I just think that every time I start a new project, like I know already how it's gonna sound. Like I already know what I'm kind of looking for, you know. So like somehow they always come together, but they're all different individually. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll never think that Young Demigod has the same feel as Level 9000 as I'm Just Clowning. Like they all sound different. It's weird for me because I'm like, it's like different like different, almost alternate versions of myself. You know what I'm saying? When I go back, like
now that you even put that into, that's the same thing. You even like pointing it out is I feel the same way because when I do listen to you, it's like because that voice is so distinct. Like I know that's you. So like it's always you, but it is you. Switch the sound is always. It's like every time I listen to a song from you, you like think about the one you just did when even when you were doing some of the ones you're putting on Instagram and shit of just doing the covers.
Right, the covers,
like those
like little SoundCloud series.
Like the voice, but then you go do the what's the shit Saber? You know what I mean? That shit, like you know what I mean? Now that's you more and everything, but even that you going more leaning in to that cadence and like that whatever and stuff. It's almost like you're doing a reinvention of it, and it's different, it's different sound. And then even the 3-track EP thing that you got or whatever, like oh shit, you got 3. Matter of fact, bringing it up, you ever really caught a gun case?
I did. I mean, shit. You want me to be real?
I thought you was good. I thought you were like, no, I'm an artist. You know what I mean? You're like,
nah, I don't. I'm not a. Me and my boy Q talk about this all the time. When we heard Lil Tech,
always blessed.
When Always blessed. You know, shout out to my boy Q. Yeah, all talk. But we was talking about Lil Tecca when he came out. Talking about, you know what I'm saying, they had the interview and he was saying that, nah, I ain't never did none of that. Me and him was like, bro, when did the game switch like this?
Who said that?
Lil Tecca.
Oh, Tecca.
Yeah, Tecca. He cap on everything. It was like, when did the game switch like this? Like, so that being said, it's just like me. I grew up off of 99.9%. Better be real. If it's not, they catch one lie, you be thrown out. You funny. You know. I mean, it's way different today. But for me, I never changed the rules. So everything that I say in there, bro, that shit is true.
Me with mine, mine's like 80% true. As far it's like, or it's all true, but it's not as true as like I make it. Like I got one
you
song,
might bend some. I got
one song that's like, because a lot of girls like whenever I make a song about a girl or love or whatever, right?
You don't want to be too accurate.
Like super, some girls it's literally. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, bitch. But I had the same type of love and experience with 5 other chicks. I'm kind of bringing them all these.
All in, yeah.
So sometimes when a song ends a certain way, they're like, "You did all that with that one girl."
Right?
Like, no, it was like 3-4 different girls in this one song that I had a similar experience with that I'm talking about.
Right,
you know what I mean? There's very few times where I'm totally capping, and if I'm capping, really, it's more of just like I hope they get my character of me like this is like a joke, because like especially like the one like in my new EP coming out, I'm even talking about racking digits, stacked in bitches. It's like, to me, that's the feeling of what I'm creating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 1,000. I'm barely, you know what I'm saying? Making money or whatever. Because when you hear the next song, like they're like, oh, this nigga's kind of even calling himself out in this. You know what I'm saying? It kind of annoys me as an artist. I'm calling myself out because sometimes, nigga, I do got like, oh shit, nigga, loaded. You know, you got that feeling, bro. You know when I wrote that, I might have had something in the bag. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it happens. So I'm just like, so it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes when I listen to your songs, you're like, damn, I was right talking all that shit, and now then I fucked that up.
There's a lot of that in my music. I mean, if you pay attention close, there's a lot of storytelling within that you could really pick up. If you really pay attention closely, you can tell where I'm at in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hold up. What was that? Oh, All House Entertainment.
Yeah,
bro.
All House Entertainment.
So not only did you change your name, now you're going with this All House Entertainment and everything. So what is this about? You're fucking with Matt Cruz, right?
Matt Cruz, bro. That's I mean, me, him, and my girl Kazi, we was rapping together back in the day, dude. I'm talking about this is where I started at 14. Mm-hmm. It was called 48 Bars. And long story short, you know, we all grew up, all grow to went, you know, our own ways, but, you know, still stay connected. And it was just one of those days where, I think this is a year and a half ago, where they both hit me up, like in a group chat, and they were just like, what can we do for you, Rob? And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? At first, I wasn't skeptical. It was just more of like, I'm just shocked. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never had nobody actually ever come approach me and be like, what can we do? Yeah. And from there, it was just, you know, we had connected on a couple of things that led to this idea, to next thing you know, we got a label, man. Yeah, it's just the story is so long, I could not even tell you it all. For real.
Well, you got like a website and you got like clothes now.
Yep, new merch out, you know what I'm saying?
You guys are all just like pitching in together, or you guys figuring it out, or whatever?
Real grassroots type of deal, man. Like, we're really putting everything we have into this. Yeah. And it's a three-headed monster between me, Matt, and Kazi. You know, we just all working together.
That's the trip, because too. Also, what about you? Had done a lot of songs with Darian Fields.
Yeah,
too,
off top. That's my boy.
Yeah, how'd that shit come? You guys went to high school together?
We went to high. That's a crazy story. Me and Darian talk about this all the time. But we went to high school together.
It looked like you stuffed like Darian in lockers.
Yeah. Well, I take that back.
That was a good joke.
We didn't. I take that. We didn't go to high school together. We went from elementary to junior high though. But yeah, Darian always was little dude, man.
But then I'm just saying the contrast of character.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's way different.
So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like that's what's up. You know what I mean?
But long story.
I get to know you, it makes sense. But the first night, just seeing you, I'm like, Darian,
how?
How's that studio session?
To be honest, it's one of the funnest ones you'll be in.
Darian's dope, though. You know, you just so in all of how he knows shit. It's tight.
Yeah, for real. So. But I mean, long story short, we had some break-ins at my complex, basically, and I remember I came home from work and I was just like, okay, this shit gotta stop. I started knocking on doors like, does anybody know what's going on? And that same night, I go across the hall or go across the way, and I was like, oh, they out here, I wonder if they know anything. I go talk to him. It's Darian. He was like, bro, didn't you Matt Cruz before you know we're like, bro, we've been living across from each other for 2 years.
Oh shit.
Like 2-3 days later, he hits me and is like, hey, I got a song for you. Gonna drop a verse? I was like, wait, let me see what he got, right? And I'm not even gonna lie, I was lightweight downplaying him, like, man, Darian, what do you really got for me as a rapper, right?
This white boy.
This John, right? This John Mayer. But this boy,
fire, bro.
Man, he put on Paper Chaser's beat, and I'll never forget. I told him, I was like, nah, stop the beat. He was like, what's wrong, bro? Are you good? I was like, bro, that shit's so fire. I was like, turn the shit on right now. I'm not even finna write. We're just gonna go in there. And that's how that started, man.
I would definitely say Darian Fields is an artist.
Oh,
you know
boy.
I think, I don't know if everybody would ever mass appeal. I just know any artist who does art, like who does music, if they hang out with Darian, they're like, damn, bro, this dude's cool. This dude's a cool dude. He knows how to do some shit.
That's all he does.
He's cool to hang out with, to make shit.
That's all he does.
His own shit. I'm like, bro, I can respect the fuck out of this dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm
talking about every time I go over, knock on, I'll be like, what you doing? Just working on some music.
Who does Darian Fields need? Nobody.
Hey, for real though, he really don't. He really don't. I mean, the only thing that he might need is like a super marketing team, so that way he can get the exposure that he deserves. That's probably the only thing that he really needs. But I mean, that kid is a phenom, and I've been saying it for a minute. I was like,
Darian's dope.
I used to tell people too. I was like, I don't care if I don't make it, because I know he gonna make it. And I'll help him make it. I ain't tripping it.
I feel like he's gonna be doing something eventually. Whether it be like, oh, I play bass now in this band, or like, oh, like, hey, nigga, I'm going on tour, tour fucking around the world doing my own shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Or hey, I just fucking mix people's shit in a studio. And I'm getting paid by a record label. Whatever. He's gonna be doing something. He's gonna do everything.
Right.
Like whatever. I don't know what the fuck he can do. He can do a lot of shit. So
anything. Yeah.
So you got all in house, KLOUD9TRIZZY. What's like more shit to like expect and like things? You released the like 3 songs.
Like I said, so I released I Am Trizzy. That was really when we had our first real business meetings as a team at All In House. We were like, all right, well, what can we actually put out there that won't get hit? Because I mean, I put out a project called Young Demigod. That's when it was originally on, but it wasn't like none of it. There's legalities throughout the whole thing. That's like, we gonna get hit for all of this. So we took the 4 that we thought that we were like, oh no, we own these. We own these beats and everything. We put them together and we're like, you know, basically a rebranding. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we got a new. I don't even really want to talk about it too much. It gets me too excited.
Just whatever you want to divulge.
Right. We got a new album. We got a new album coming on the way. It's gonna be probably in like February or something like that. But merch, you know what I'm saying? We have all in house. We got KLOUD9TRIZZY merch. We got new editions coming on the way. I'm always trying to update that and see like how many fits I can get people in. We got the Savor video out right now. So and that's just like the hub, you know. We kind of just wanted to draw everybody to the website right now for a minute, just to get them to understand the idea of what we're really trying to do, because I feel like there's a lot of people who just didn't understand. So I was like, all right, well then we're gonna draw the attention right here. You know what I'm saying? Let them know.
Everybody kind of knows now. Anyone who was following you prior knows, like, oh, this is what he's doing now.
Right, like, now,
where'd you shoot the video at for Savor?
I shot that out in Vegas, actually.
Yeah. That's why I just asked.
Yeah.
So, like, what made you go out to Vegas?
Okay, well, that one was interesting because we didn't really have a place in plan. It was more like logistically, where can we get this done? Where can we find the right
girl and the
people, because we already had I had the whole idea of the video.
To meet up, pretty much.
Exactly.
That's a lot of the times people don't understand. Like, that's probably most of the time the hardest.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough, especially when you got a video where you know what you want. Because I went in with that one like, no, I know. It need to be a house like this A, B, C, D. And then from there, it's like, well, damn, how many of those houses even exist? And how close are they to you?
Can I afford them?
You know what I'm saying?
Logistical. Like,
right? So, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise, because our media team out there, or our production team, if you will, Flaming On, they already based out there.
Yeah, so you just went to them.
We just went to them.
Pretty much it was cheaper for you to go to them than them to come to you.
It's way more.
You know what I mean? They probably even have more hookups out there.
Facts. And who want to shoot away from Vegas? Like, I'm trying to shoot in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Get time of it. Right? That's what's up.
Yeah. Way too many people out there, though. I'll tell everybody, do not go to Vegas right now, because they do not care.
Yeah.
They do not care. I'm telling you, like, that is COVID city. Yeah. I'm telling you.
A lot of places don't care, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't care. What was I going to ask? So, speaking of, just because I thought you know some things about, like, training, fighting and stuff, what did you think of the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight?
I mean, as an avid fight fan, I respected it. I respected it, because you got to think about, it's 2 older gentlemen going in there. They didn't do it with no headgear. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually went the real route. You know, they had a rule that saying can't knock each other out. But, I mean, it's Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
I don't think no one tried to kill each other, but I definitely think they tried to knock each other out.
Oh, they were trying to hurt each other a little bit. They were trying to touch each other, for sure. I
knew that Mike Tyson was like, fuck, if I did this punch, I probably might kill him, so I'm not going to kill him.
Trying
to be more technical and like beat him in a way, which I think he did, but I think you just had to give Roy Jones so much credit, because some of the punishment he took, you're like, bro, you see that body shot he just, like, bro, any mere man who doesn't know that shit,
he was getting ripped. He was getting
that's
ripped.
What I'm saying. This nigga's
for an older man too.
He's 51 years old and took multiple body shots from Mike Tyson.
And it's not like he's a flat-footed fighter. He's on the balls of his feet. His style it invites a lot of endurance. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on the move. I don't do that in the gym. Yeah. I will not be moving that much. I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna sit right here and pick my shots. I'd rather be Mike Tyson with it. You know what I'm saying? I might slip with it. I'm not trying to run too much. I might just slip a little.
That's why when people were saying like, oh, Mike Tyson, he had such a good endurance. I'm like, he didn't move as much as Roy did.
Roy did. That's why.
So I'm like, yeah, Roy did come out of shape for what he had to do. I'm like, nigga, because and even if he was trying to clinch, I'm like, nigga, that's gonna get you tired. Trying to clinch Mike Tyson.
Like, bro, and Tyson was walking him over to the corner, bro. Like, man.
But I think like in the prime, I think it made, after seeing that, it actually made it seem like if Roy Jones Jr. was in his prime, I think he actually might have had a chance if he was moving a lot more. Right. Yeah, because you saw that there was times where Mike Tyson really was trying to hit Roy and he couldn't. Right. Roy was moving the fuck out of the way. He was moving out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's one of those ones where it's like, if Roy never get touched, if he never gets really touched, then he wins the fight. But I mean, if Mike is there to land one, it's done.
That's the thing where like,
it's a game of inches. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like when people say like weight difference, I think that makes a big deal and stuff. But I'm just saying with Roy's fighting style, especially in their prime, it makes more sense. Like I think if he was a little small, especially back then, he would have probably fought him a little smaller. Oh yeah. I think that would have probably benefited him.
It would.
And I think he would have outboxed Mike Tyson. Like it almost makes me think that.
The thing you got to think of is how many times you ever seen Mike Tyson go up against somebody who had feet like that.
That's what I'm saying. And you saw that with his fighting style. You're like, hey, bro, he was. Think about fucking Roy Jones in his prime. Right. I don't care if you see even heavyweights, if they start moving good amount, they got a little good at footwork. Yeah, he's not he needs to stay, and that's why I think his style benefited him being a smaller guy. He's gonna be faster than majority of those heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what kind of like intrigued me about it, where it's like I think in their prime it would have been a better fight.
Of course,
I don't know for sure who would have won or whatever. I just think it would have made it for a bet, because back then you think like, bro, Roy Jones was fighting at like 170, you know what I'm saying? 168, 185. Right. So you're like, yo, Mike Tyson would kill him. But when you really think about it, you're like, bro, when he's moving like that, and like, okay, yeah, he could take a Roy Jones hook, but how many?
Right.
After a few of them, he's going to be, you know what I mean?
And Mike showed better endurance than he did in this last fight than he did in like 80% of his career, to be honest. Like after the fourth round.
In that time where Roy Jones was trying to fight him, I don't think that was the best Mike. And that's why I think he might have won. Right. Maybe if he was better or whatever, when Jones wasn't as experienced. But I think the time when Jones was actually fighting in heavyweight and doing it, he was at his best. I think he actually would have beaten Mike Tyson at his, you know,
because he just got to avoid Mike for 4 rounds, and then after that, Mike get a little gas. Them punches from Roy are gonna add up quick.
Yeah, I think they will. So it was just cool to see that, just because like you saw that style was like a lot for Mike. Even though Mike was hitting the body and he could have probably hit the face a couple times, I think back then Roy would have been moving a lot because he got tired. After the second round, he was tired.
I also think Mike had a different, because you know at the end when they asked him, "Are you okay with the draw?" and Mike was like, "Yeah, I'm okay with it." I think Mike had a different mentality than Roy did. You know, so I feel like there are times where
he likes Roy Jones.
He does, but I feel like if they do it again, I think Mike's gonna be touching him a little bit more because like now he sees it. He sees it. He's like, okay, now I see that what you're doing.
He's just like, oh shit, I think he saw what it is. Like, I didn't even do my best because he kept saying like, oh, what happens if they want to fight me after 10 of these? Right. And like someone real, like a real professional fighter. Right. He's like thinking like, hey, I probably beat fucking Deontay Wilder's ass in 10 fights in these exhibitions. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, this might be crazy. Right. Just before we go to anything else, what about the Nate Robinson, Jake Paul shit?
I think that's half the reason why a lot of people didn't like the Mike Tyson one, is because there's so much uproar on that fight.
Bro, Jake Paul's tight, bro. I'm a Jake Paul fan now, bro.
Hey, I told
Jake
somebody.
Paul was good. I'm gonna dedicate my life to beating your ass, but I love you.
I don't know who it was, but I told somebody, I'm like, bro, y'all gotta understand, Jake Paul has been successfully training. He's been training. You will beat anybody who does not train. That's why I tell people.
You don't think someone who's training with fucking Sean Mosley, Sean Mosley was in his amateur fight corner. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
That's crazy, man. Like, come on, dog. Nate Robinson, and I want to know who trained Nate Robinson, because they ain't never break his bad habits. That boy really fight world star style.
Bro, he never fought. He never sparred. He never sparred.
See, you can't.
Oh, shit, we got gotta do. Cancel that shit. Damn, bro.
Damn, you can't do no. We can't get no boy in the ring who ain't never sparred before. These dudes are crazy for that, man.
Yeah.
If I'd have knew that, I would have put hell money on Jake Paul had I known that. Nate never got in the ring before.
He never sparred. He never sparred. He never. Nate Robinson never sparred.
Nah, you can't.
Bro,
do that.
The thing is,
There's
the very
no way.
little sparring I've done would have let me know. Like, I would have never fought like.
And they can't.
Bro, what? Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, like, I just like talking about fighting, but I would know, hey, I don't know shit. As much as I might watch and see and study on my own, I don't know shit.
Right.
But I know enough. Right when Nate Robinson went out there for 5 seconds, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing, bro? Like,
it makes sense now. Now it makes sense. At first I was like, who let this guy fight? But now you saying they didn't have no sparring. I'm like,
he didn't spar. He just fucking hit pads.
You have to spar.
I sparred 5-7 times, and like, bro, after the first time you get better, but like after the first time you realize, I gotta keep distance.
Oh,
I gotta
facts. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you'll never understand distance and timing without sparring.
You're way better off. Like, hey, because I'm not even the fastest dude, but I'm like, my timing. I go, hey, I can fuck people on timing, rhythm,
right? Yeah, rhythm. Yep.
And like, you rather do that than fucking just bum rush somebody, because if they get lucky, bro, you walk into something, bro, it's the worst feeling in the world.
And I mean,
that's what I'm saying. When I saw Nate Robinson get hit and he was holding the back of his head, I'm like, did he never get hit that? I mean, bro, you gotta get hit hard one time like that, just so you know. I don't think he ever got hit hard like that.
First of all, I'm gonna keep it one, man. Everybody know basketball players can't fight. How many times we done seen NBA fights? I'm sorry, how many times I done seen NBA? Bro, I'm telling you. I mean, too many NBA games for me to count where I'm like, nobody ever gets knocked out in these. Yeah. Nobody ever gets knocked out in these. NBA players cannot fight.
Ron Artest is undefeated.
He might.
Ron Artest, the only nigga who I know who can fight.
Right?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
All right, bro. So what else, bro? You want to leave with the people with, bro? I think we can end it right here. I think we had a good time.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All in house. Motherfucking KLOUD9TRIZZY. What's the project called? Oh, I Am Trizzy.
Yeah, I Am Trizzy. That was like the introduction. To let everybody know. The Saber.
Yeah, I was seeing that.
Yeah, Saber video out now, man. Go check that out. Shout out to Miss Michelle Lacey for co-starring that.
She fine, bro.
Yeah, she cool. I got that off Kazi. Shout out to the teammate, man. You know, she slid her through.
If I ever blow up, I just wanted to let you know. I told you now.
Hey, Michelle, that's him. That's him.
You fine. But anyway,
like I said, all in-house ENT, man. We got plenty of things coming on the way. We actually just started a new beat page, so we're gonna actually start hosting producers so they can start putting their beats up, get heard.
Okay.
New merch on the way. There's a couple of other things I want to tease, but I'm not supposed to.
Nah, bro.
But I just want y'all to know, just keep your eyes open. That's all. Just keep your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm interested to see where you go. That's why you're on the show and everything. And
appreciate you, bro.
Again, bro, just
keep
doing what you're doing, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the show. It was definitely a fun time.
Yeah, this was fun as hell.
Your birthday, bro. And I'm glad we had a good time, bro. I hope not only do we do more podcasts together, but we got to do another song together. Like,
off top. Bro. It's funny because before I came over here, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I was like, I kind of want to have him to show you something before we got on, but I couldn't find nothing. I was really tweaking the ear, and I was like, I'm gonna just have to hold on it.
I'm gonna show you something right now when we cut off. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing now. Bro.
All right.
Anything else you want to leave before we cut out?
Shoot. Man, go slap that I Am Trizzy out now on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Saber video out now on YouTube. AllinHouseENT.com. You know what I'm saying? Go donate, support the team, get the merch. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look fresh and fly and everything. And I just want to say, for real, thank you to all the support, all my fans and everybody who keep us up. And you know, it's hard for people like us in times like this, so we appreciate y'all watching, for real.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey.